Gonna do a little update video on the car here. Done a couple things, but it's been busy. My mom's been sick all year, so I haven't been able to do much. So I actually let my friend take my car out to race for this one event, and he's the owner of the Civic here, and the one right there that's behind me. That one. Yeah. So I let him take my car out to this one stick shift event, and it didn't go too well. Let me show you. So we went out one night, and he broke this on a launch. He twisted the front right. That's the front left axle stub. He twisted the front right. He broke this, and he broke this. Both rear stubs. So that was Friday night. That, and this. Right? So then we came back to the shop, and instead of changing out these stubs, I had a spare diff. So we swapped in the spare diff, which is that one. Right? Because I have an extra Cusco and all the rear diff and everything, right? And then we swapped the two front stubs. The front right one got twisted, but didn't break. So we changed the two front stubs, put in the rear spare diff, and put two new rear stubs in. And these are already aftermarket stubs. They're made by freelander. They're 300M. Then he went out on Saturday, made a launch, and maybe I can show the video. Here's the video of him doing this, and it broke, so all he had was the front right. So every time he'd go, the car would go to the left. You can see it. I'll post it now. Then he went back out. He did a launch. It wheel hopped. He got out and just pulled over because it hopped like 5 times in like two or 3 feet or whatever.
Matt Dolan. What is that thing he's driving? Is that a Mazda? It might be. Got all kinds of sideways at the hit, and he pulled over right against the wall. 751 at 185.
Then he went on and he did another launch, and he ended up breaking this, broke this, which is like the intermediate shaft inside the transmission, and he broke this on the pinion. So it was zero wheel drive at that point. Now obviously, when this broke, he still had the front right wheel. When this broke, that broke, and this broke, he had zero wheel drive. It was just rolling.
But I'm seeing oil leaking.
And that was it. Then I took it apart, and I took it, put a new stub in, put another new stub in the front right. The front right one didn't twist because this broke, so that was good. Put an extra shaft in, and I put my other diff. I took it apart, popped these out of the other diff, and put my diff number 1 back in. So that's the backup diff. But now I got to put this pinion in and retest it all and get it back together. So anyway, so that's what I got going on with that, and yeah. So then let's go to, in order to get this shaft apart, I took the transfer case apart, and I found a bearing on the ring gear, and the holder of the stock Viscous coupler. So here's the video of that, showing the bearing going bad. All right, pulled the case apart on the transfer case. This intermediate shaft broke. Goes like that, and some chunks are missing. They fell out down here. So that's That's the machine. Now we gotta pop it out. But it just shattered. It didn't even twist. Well, I guess it's very slight. But that that goes into this bearing or whatever, it's coupler. And then, you know, this shaft goes in here on the inside. And then on the outside, the axle end, this end goes in. So this didn't break, but this shattered. So I was moving this around, test fitting, putting it back in, and this bearing just fell off. So I, looked it up. You can't get this bearing anymore. It's discontinued. You can see, like, started chewing that up a little bit. And the bearing seems fine. And the race, well, it's in the trans side. I'll have to check that out. But I was just thinking about doing the retaining compound and throw it back in just for now. I don't know what else to do. Otherwise, I gotta get a whole new transfer case. Okay, so the bearing's bad. So it's from too much binding, right? Because I had the Agile Performance, with the, it's like got no center diff basically. It's locked with a clutch type front diff in here. And then it goes to the ring and pinion. And then I had a solid piece drive shaft. And then it went here. So it's like a four-wheel drive truck. And there's my drive shaft. So it was just putting too much binding on it. And Pat Chinsu also had that, and he kept ruining that bearing. So Pat had this made, and I bought one a while ago, never put it in. But now I'm like a Honda. Here's a Land Rover Viscous coupler with some bracket mounts or whatever, and I got it in here. So you can see we were hitting before. I had to move it over. It kind of hit a little bit when I first started, and then we loosened this up, pushed it away, and it doesn't hit anymore. But anyway, so now I have no center diff. It's just a front clutch type diff with a Viscous coupler in the drive shaft, and then a Cusco rear diff, and that. And then I went out racing to these 300-foot drags.